Hello Gemini, this is your 2 weekly reading from the from the 30th of July till the 13th of February, just before Valentine's Day. Okay, I'm not going to include Valentine's Day on this reading. Okay, this will just be up to the 13th. Okay, just before we start, I'm adding some some adverts onto this channel. It's just to support my channel so I can reach out to you guys and help you, because that's what I want to do. Okay, so if you want to watch the videos, please do, but also just be patient, with the adverts at the bottom. There shouldn't be too many, and I think some of them you can skip if you want to. Okay, if you don't want to watch them. So let's have a look here. I just want to thank you as well for being here. Appreciate all of you. Okay, I love all of you. Thank you so much for being here. So this is for Gemini. Okay, Gemini. Wow. Not forgetting also that these readings are unsugar-coated, can deal with realism, and are quite close to the bone. I am also bringing out a sugar-coated version called Spiritual Love, which I'm going to bring out, and that's why I've cut these down to 2 weekly slots for these readings. Okay, for the unsugar-coated version. But I'm bringing out Spiritual Love, which is going to start on the 1st of February, which will include the Valentine's part. Okay, which is a monthly reading. So let's have a look here. Okay, Gemini. Let's pick up the energies here for Gemini. Oh, the last week's was give somebody another chance. Ooh, and he stood in front of you not knowing who he is, what he wants, or what he, where he's going, what his direction is. And you've worked on yourself. How does that work? How do you go forward with that? I just have to say that don't delay your journey for anybody. Okay, do not delay your spiritual journey, the path that you're meant to be on, for anybody. And that's difficult to do that, because people enter our lives. But I have said this before in my previous videos, that you need to look for not the words but the actions. And if somebody is so bold to say, I don't even know what I want, then take that as saying, I don't really know if I want a relationship with you. Okay, and take that and run with it and say, okay, bye bye, because you're taking me off my spiritual path here of evolvement. So if you if you're starting to see someone, or you've been seeing someone for a while, and all of the words fit but the actions don't. Okay, and this is where I feel with this reading is that this person, if I do pick up someone here that that you was either in a relationship or starting a relationship with, or married to, who kind of is a bit lost. They don't know what they want in life. Okay, and this is like little chinks of happiness, like I said in last week's video. You're waiting for that little chinks of happiness, that odd weekend away, that odd visit to the theatre, and it happens very kind of rarely, and you're thinking, well, I'm waiting for that next occurrence, because I felt really accepted and loved when that happened. But all that is somebody thinking, oh, I better take her out, you know, make her happy, kind of thing. And that is not authentic. You know, anybody can take you to the theatre. You can go to the theatre with, you know, with a friend, or you can go for a meal with a friend and that kind of thing. But I do feel that you have to go by patterns, and you have to go by actions. If it's a pattern where this is occurring regularly, okay, where you go out for meals like once a week and he really makes an effort, looks really smart, and so do you, vice versa, then you know, if it's a pattern that goes on and on and on, and this pattern does not end, and he says, hey girl, let's get ourselves out, let's go, you know, let's get the old you know, camper van out, and we're off for the weekend. And if it's a pattern like this where you can see this longevity in this pattern, then that's great, because that's going to make you happy, you know, and it makes him happy because he's doing it authentically, or she is doing it authentically, okay. But if it's just like a one-off and it's all a load of BS, and it kind of, you're waiting for that time again, I would seriously look at this relationship or this dating this person, okay. Because somebody, like I said right from the beginning, don't allow anybody to delay your spiritual journey, okay. Because somebody like this, at this rare moment, has this kind of idea like, let's go and do something, or let me kind of pamper you. It's epiphany that, oh wait, it's about time we went out, isn't it? I don't feel that's genuine. I don't feel it's authentic. I feel it's just doing it to make you happy, make them look, you know, look as if they're making the effort, okay. So here we're sitting with this guy or this woman, and you may have only just met him actually, and this is a big red neon sign. It's a big red flag, okay. That you you know, you're at kind of, you don't know which road to take with this person, whether to go back single or take this other road here with him. But you're dissatisfied with this person because they're, you know, they're not you know, they're not giving. I get they're not giving to you as they should, and this is a big burden for you. It's an emotional burden because you're kind of thinking, you know, it's an emotional burden because you kind of want this kind of person. You want to meet this kind of person, and you want to be with this kind of person. And I guess this person is kind of stopping your spiritual path from finding that person who is authentic and who wants to be with you, and who would put themselves out for you, you know, in an authentic way, not just opening doors now and again just to keep you happy, you know, but consistently does it, like in a patterns, consistent patterns of behaviour. And you know, this is why all of us girls, all of us guys need to, at the beginning of a relationship, everybody pulls a chair out for somebody. Anybody can, you know, do things like that, act like a gentleman, get dressed up. But if this consistency stops, and after 2 months or after a year they've become this couch potato who's putting you down and making you feel bad about yourself, that's a different story, okay. So to remain on your spiritual path, you need to filter people in terms of spending time getting to know someone for, you know, at least 2 years. I would give a relation. I know that's a long time. you know. I would give at least 2 years, and it's always like that 2-year mark where people get comfortable and their real self emerges, you know. But if that pattern continues and you're still going on those lovely weekends away and those lovely walks together, and they instigate it, not just you, then, you know, they think, okay, this seems to be consistent, this treatment of respect seems to be consistent. You know, we can go to a restaurant or go for a meal and he's not chatting up, you know, he's not kind of eyeing up or chatting up the waitress, or you know, he's being really respectful towards me and you know, treating me well. Okay. Because I could go on about this forever actually, but I won't. Yeah, you don't need to be taken off your spiritual path. Now this person's been caught out, okay, because they've shown through their actions and their patterns that they're not the person here that they appear to be. And this person's been caught out, okay. And this is what I've got here. Now this is where you've got a vantage position, you know, because, you know, you've waited to get to know this person, or you've seen these inconsistencies, so you've got the vantage position here in this situation, because you're learning to be shrewd. You're learning to be intellectual. You're learning to be intellectual about your relationships, okay. You're learning to filter. You're learning to take your time, you know, and take things very slowly. But in terms of this person that you're involved with, you haven't done that, okay. But you're learning through this experience. You know, if I get serious with someone, I'm not going to get serious within the first 6 months. It's got to be giving the intentions without, you know, the attachment. Because after 6 months and you're madly in love with someone and your heart's all attached to someone, and then there's this pattern, a different person, you know, you're not the person I met. You're totally different from the person I met. You know, totally polar opposite to what I met. So this is where you're sitting here with this, you know. If you're looking for a life partner, you have to you really have to filter. So yeah, this person here is in the reverse. It's not the person you thought they were, the Two of Cups. It's the opposite to what you thought they were. It's like they became somebody else overnight, you know, well, gradually. Like, oh, I don't have to do all that now. I've got her under my thumb. She's in love with me and all of this. And you try to trust somebody like this. It's impossible to trust somebody. You know, your trust is kind of shattered because, you know, you was presented with this totally different person who used to wear cologne, who used to, you know, get a little bit dressed up, you know, wearing some nice trousers or wearing a nice dress and all of this. And now this person has just kind of flipped. They're totally, utterly different. And then they start to put you down, okay. They start to bring you down instead of staying at that level and maintaining that consistency. As I said before, they try to bring you down to their level, okay, and take you down the wrong spiritual path. So I've got you here, but you fear losing this person, and that's your weakness. I've got the Strength card here in reverse. You fear losing this person, but you're discontent with the whole situation here. So, I mean, I get you're just hanging on to that person who was pretending to be right at the beginning, that person does not exist. It was fake. It was all an illusion to get you to go out with him, date him, sleep with him, and cook for him, and all of that. So this card here is, this is you actually, and it's Gemini. You're coming through as like the energy of fire, which is very energetic, outgoing soul, dynamic, and you're like this, you know. This is why this person was attracted to you, because she was dynamic, outgoing, and this person has turned into this couch potato, you know, after pretending to be like you, you know, and whining and dining you, taking you to the nice restaurants, and you know, and taking you, well, in England, taking you for a day out in London, and all of that, and you've ended up with somebody who's put weight on, not bothered about the way they look, don't even want to have any deep conversations. In fact, it's boring. Oh, not that again. Deep conversations, you know, kind of thing. He's not interested in any of that. And it's like you're sat there, okay, who am I with? Who is this? I can't talk to this person. This person will not listen to anything I've got to say. There's no opinion. There's no excitement or kind of drive to do anything. This person doesn't look great for me anymore. And I may turn around and said, oh, isn't it strange when you get into a relationship how you just don't bother anymore, you know. But it's not been that long. So date somebody or see them for at least 2 years before you decide. And if there's a consistency of patterns, then you know, this person's okay. I think I can have a relationship with this person, or even marry this person, because the consistency of this pattern is good. You know, it's what I expect, and you know, it's clearly who this person is. Okay, and there's no pretending. So yeah, there's no covertness, you know, like covert narcissism, no covert here, pretending to be what they're not. And then after a while down the road, when that covert narcissist, the mask drops, then they're trying to drag you down to their level. It's none of that, okay, with consistency and patterns. So I'm going to do a next layer here and see where this goes for Gemini in this time frame, okay, because this person who you're dealing with here is trying to stop your progression. You know, obviously you're not like this. This is not you, you know, you know it's not you. In your private moments, if you're in a relationship or a marriage with this person, you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, you was lovely when we first met. Where's that person gone? You know, and we never go and do anything. We don't do anything. And this person's abusive towards you, tells you, you know, he's not very pleasant, doesn't have a nice word to say to you, doesn't say, even say thank you when you cook them a meal, you know, and all of that, you know, is something you should have filtered way in the beginning, okay, because they may have carried on. If they're so clever, they would have carried on that for about a year. But after a year, nobody can be covert for more than a year. So I would say a year at the most, okay. So what I'm going to do is put another layer on here, okay. Okay, Gemini, I've put the Pixie deck cards here, okay. Now I have to say here that this person is not just whoever this is, they've not just kind of neglecting you. This is somebody who's hidden their true selves from you, okay, and being covert. That's what I'm picking up here, okay, because these kind of people, male or female, after a while will start to do their own thing, okay, and even to the point of not including you, excluding you from their lives. You know, you may even live with them, and they're excluding you from their work buddies, their friends, and all of that, so you become quite isolated. So this is why you need to filter people, because once that covert narcissistic mask drops, you end up, you know, realizing, wait a minute, I'm here all alone, I'm isolated. This person is carrying on going out with the buddies here, and when they get home, this total disrespect, when they get home, they're answering. I've got the letter here, but the letter is text messages, phone calls, and all that, and it's kind of and you're saying, who are you texting? Because you're in a relationship, for God's sake. You know, sat there laughing, giggling while they're texting away. And I get this person, whoever this is, could be even texting the opposite sex while you're sitting right next to them, okay. So behaviours, patterns, actions speak louder than words, okay. That's what I've got here. Yeah, I do get like gatherings. This card here in this deck, the garden, is parties, gatherings, going out, socialising, okay. So that socialising is next to this text messaging, and also the sudden outbursts here of hostility, okay, with the Skype. Sudden outbursts of hostility. Now this is a person whose mask is totally dropped off. They're just doing what the hell they want to do now. They don't really care about what you think, and you know that pulling the chair out for you is gone. Making your breakfast is gone. Saying thank you to you is gone. Even acknowledging you has all gone through the window. So this is where this could lead to if you do not filter. And I'm trying to help you guys and get to know someone. You know, you might think, well, I will do next time because I made a mistake with this, because I jumped into this straight away. But I knew, the thing is that I get that you knew this guy was like this, or you knew this woman was like this. They had a little bit of a dark side, a shady side, but you still went along with it. You know, you were shown all the red flags. You were shown, but you ignored them, you know. And when you ignore the red flags, it just leads further into this mental abuse, you know. So this person here is a snake, and he's trying to chip away at your strength here. Strength in reverse. They're trying to, what is it, disarm you, disarm you, or disempower you, and that's what they're trying to do here. Who would want to do that? You know what, if you're in a loving relationship, you want to big up your partner, you want to champion them, you want to say, yeah, go for it, it's brilliant, you know, you need to do that, you need to work on that. Not the opposite. And again, that's actions, isn't it? It's actions. So this person is a complete snake, and they like to ghost you, fog you, whatever you want to call it here. I've got the clouds, so the clouds of confusion. They like to say, oh no darling, that's not true, I'm here, aren't I? You know, be grateful that I'm here. So, but you're not grateful that he's there, because you know, you can see the red flags, you're ignoring them because they're not right in your face. Okay. And I've got here you being very, very dissatisfied by this, totally dissatisfied by this and unhappy. There's just a big ego here, and this person resents that you actually do see them. In fact, maybe they don't resent it, but I do get here the Tower, but in this deck the Tower is a huge big ego. Okay, and he's been caught out. He's been caught out. What do you do when a covert, I get covert narcissism here, has been caught out? Okay, so I'm going to leave that one there. Okay, hang on, no I'm not, I'm going to pull some more cards out to see what I can pick out here. I've got you as, this is you, and this has been proved like as, it's been shown as a weakness with this man would see this as a weakness, because you are like the golden retriever here, the dog, and you're very loyal, you're trustworthy, and you're dependable. That's how this person sees you, while they go off and do whatever they want to do. They're no boundaries. And I get here that you do love this person. The only thing is that you love them. Okay, although there's this that's going on here, you still love them. You still love them. And you hope things are going to change, because you love them. I'm going to leave it at that, Gemini. If you would like your own personal reading, please give me an email. My email address is here at the bottom, and I will send you my tarot. Well, actually, no, it's in the descriptions area at the bottom. I put a very quick glance there of my offer. I've got a discounted offer for this particular video, or the videos that I'm showing. So have a look at that, and if you're interested in a reading. Okay, I'm going to say thank you so much for being here, and I hope I'm helping you on your spiritual path here to awaken to the truth, and you know, and look for and wait and filter before you even allow your heart to get involved. Okay. But in this case, I think it's too late. I think you've got your heart involved, and you're in this situation. Okay. Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings. And bye for now. Bye bye. Bye.